Side is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to the big tight end. And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Mason. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Man, oh man, did he take a shot. You don't want many shots like that for your quarterback. Obviously, you want to take care of him, but when you run those screens, you're trying to get people to come in quick and let them go, but you don't want them hitting your quarterback like that too many times.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play. and he dropped it.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. They go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Motion from the offense. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. After run, now throw. He caught it. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Comes out throwing on first down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
And the short completion brings up second down. He'll do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Wide open downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They move the tight end all over. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Got it in the middle, it's Young. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say. Just refire, play the next play.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking for his man. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
They're trying to get to him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. He'll take the deep shot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. On the move at the 30. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Four wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it again. Makes the catch and gets the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Touch pass on the run. He's past the 30. Nothing but green ahead. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback is snowed under.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking for a block. It's Mason. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the ground with the back. And he could not get loose on the run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Baxter. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll run it from the gun. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, They've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The inside handoff. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williamson. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On the run, it's Morris. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The give on the inside. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Fires to the big fella. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now the offense will come onto the field again. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Spits it out to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on first down. He wants to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Back to the air one more time. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. And he's got it in the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.